everyone. I'm Charlie LaPastora. The Southern Miss Golden Eagles won 5 games this season while scoring at least 3 goals in each of those games. And with 3 home games and 3 wins, they're off to a good start. And oh, by the way, their last game at Texas Southern, yeah, they won 3-0. It's back to Hattiesburg tomorrow against Jackson State. For Ole Miss soccer team, they're undefeated. 7-0-1 is their record. But next up at Florida, the 7th-ranked team in the country.
It's nice. It's a nationally ranked game, right, on national TV, and it's on the SEC network, and that's exciting for us and for our players. And we're going down there to do everything we've been doing and try and work as hard as we can. Florida's a great opponent. They're super well coached, and I have a lot of respect for Becky and her staff. And so, you know, we've struggled against Florida down there. We've struggled against Florida here. So we're excited to go and take them on and with this new team and get our first kind of crack at them.
I think with the SEC teams, you know, every game is going to be kind of a knockdown, drag-out battle to the finish, and I think that's what's so exciting about the SEC and SEC soccer is that kind of, you know, that every game you go into, you have to give your 100% because the other team's going to, you know what I mean, it's going to be a battle to the end.
Well, ESPN anchor Jemele Hill went on Twitter rant saying, quote, "Donald Trump is a white supremacist who has largely surrounded himself with other white supremacists," end quote. She also said, quote, "He is unqualified and unfit to be president. He is not a leader, and if he were not white, he never would have been elected," end quotes. Now, Variety reports her rant began as a comment on an article posted by The Hill about Kid Rock accusing the media of labeling him a racist. Now, ESPN PR tweeted this statement. It says, quote, "The comments on Twitter from Jemele Hill regarding the president do not represent the position of ESPN. We have addressed this with Jemele, and she recognizes her actions were inappropriate," end quote. The co-host of The Blaze was on Fox and Friends this morning and shared his thoughts on this.
She is, and I love that, about her. But you know what? Sometimes I think people should stay in their lane and do what they do best. When you start getting on the political spectrum and making things about personal politics, which many on the left do, then you start to hurt your credibility. And I'm sorry, that's what she did with this argument that she went on Twitter with. Well, it's obvious that based on some of the commentary from some of the pundits, now they're pundits because they don't only talk about sports, it's about politics now. It's clear that they are trying to push some liberal agenda based on some of the analysis you're seeing from ESPN.
Now, on the other hand, ESPN colleague Michael Wilbon said, quote, "Happy to stand with my friend and colleague Jemele Hill anytime and anywhere, especially now," end quote. Well, as you're seeing, the Cleveland Indians won 21 straight games, 21 in a row. That's right, you heard it right. After beating the Tigers 5-3 today, they're just 1 win closer to the MLB record, which according to USA Today is 26, set by trivia. Who was that?
26. The Cubs.
1916, New York Giants.
Missed it.
Just a little bit more to the East Coast there. Not too far. Yeah.
Thanks, Charlie.
Good guess, though.